Alright, I have opened a file and I have placed an image in it by dragging it in. Let me just go back here. We'll talk about that. So let me back up here. Alright, let me zoom out here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I've got this pen tool exercise.jpg. So I'm going to go on my Finder or wherever it is you saved it, pen tool exercise.jpg, and I'm just going to select your image and just drag it in. Okay? Now, this is way too big. So I'm going to right click, transform, scale, and by process of elimination here, I figured out that 35% works really good. So I'm going to type in 35, click OK, and then I'm going to use my hand tool. Well, I'm going to use my selection tool. There we go. And line right here so it kind of lines up. Okay. And then I'm going to close Facebook because it's going to beep at me the whole time if not. Now, this is on layer 1, so I'm going to change that to, I'm going to say that template. And I'm going to lock that layer down, and I'm going to create a new layer. Okay, so that will keep me from messing up anything, moving this around on me accidentally. Zoom in, and we're going to use the pen tool. Okay? Then, pen tool itself is over here on the side, pen tool. And there's the pen tool, add anchor point, delete anchor point tool. We just want the pen tool to start with. And we're going to go over here with this click here, and we're going to get rid of fill if we don't like fill. And let's change our stroke color to, I don't know, blue. And we're going to increase it to 3. And we're going to click, 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 click. And then we hover over where we started, you're going to get a little 0, a little O next to underneath the pen tool. Right now, there's nothing. When I get there, there's a little O. That means I'm going to close off a section. And it says, do you really want to close this off? Yes, yes, I do. So, boom, there it is. And now look, I can fill it in. Remember, a lot of you guys have been drawing the weird, complex shapes using the line segment tool and the curve tool and other ones, and then they won't fill. Well, if you use the pen tool, guess what? They fill. Okay? So when you're trying to draw those weird, complex shapes, and yes, I know I probably should have told you this, but I've been wanting you to be frustrated a little bit. So then when I said, hey, let's use the pen tool, you go, oh yeah, that's so cool, rather than, oh no, the pen tool. Okay? So now I'm going to slide over here a little bit. And we're going to do our next one. Curved lines. Okay. The reason people don't like the pen tool is because of something called Bezier curves. And Bezier curves basically says that we're going to click and drag. And then we're going to click and drag. And then we're going to click and drag. And we're going to click and drag. And then we're going to click and drag again to get our circle. Okay. These are called our Bezier handles. Okay. I can actually go back over here with my anchor point tool and click on these and drag them around and change them. Okay. And we'll talk more about that here in a minute when we get down to some more of the complex shapes. So we're going to come down here to multiple curves. And we're going to go back to our pen tool and we're going to do it again. Pen tool, click, drag, click, drag. Oh, that's not right, is it? It says click and press here and hold down shift key. Okay, well, I'm trying to do this with a tablet. That's probably not going to work. So let's see if I can do it with the click and hold down shift key. What hold down the shift key does is it doesn't allow me to turn. It doesn't allow me to make these little turns. It keeps it straight up and down or at 45 degrees, 90 degrees. Okay, click and drag. Click and drag. And I went the opposite way. So we want to click and drag down. Click. Nope, still did it wrong. Let's click and drag up. There we go. Click and drag up it is. Click and drag down, holding the shift key. Click and drag up. And click and drag down. Okay, and then it's saying selection tool to end and no fill. Okay. So hold down the shift key, keeps it, constrained to certain angles. Now we are going to do the next one, curves with corner points. Click and drag. It says click here and release. So click and let go. And then click and drag again to there. And then click and let go. And then click a second time and drag down and let go. And then click a third time. Okay? It says drag here to release, but really we don't need to do that. And then select to end your pen tool, always just switch to your selection tool by clicking V, and that will end your pen tool. So you're like adding on all these extra points that you don't need. Okay, we're going to come down here to our next one. Curves with corner points. Pen tool. Click and drag. Click and drag. Now we're going to hold down and press the Option key or the Alt key on the PC. Alt key. And we're going to swing that curve around all the way up to there. Click and drag down, hold down the Alt key, still holding down the pen tool. Haven't let it go yet. Swing around. Click and drag. Hold down that Alt key, swing around. Click and drag. Let go. V tool to end. Okay. So what that does, let me go back to that one. Let's undo that. Okay. That allows you to have, oops, drag the wrong way, drag up. There we go. If I didn't swing that around and I try to come over here and drag, it's just going to make a weird curve, okay? So, by holding down the Alt key, it allows me to move just one handle. Now let's see if I move it just like this far. Okay, see what it does? Okay. So by swinging it all the way back around, I'm making that sharp point. I'm going to swing it all the way back around. Makes that sharp point. Okay. Last one, I believe. Nope, nope, not last one. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Click and drag. Click and drag. And then, uh-oh, it's not letting me come over here. So it says, drag here to release, click and press here, and hold down the shift key. Okay. Now, actually what it's not telling you to do, but I know for a fact you do it, you click down here, and you let go. And then what you have to do is come up here and just click, and then come over here and click, and then drag. Oh, just click again. Oh, and then click again. Okay, so let's back up. Do that again. Click, drag. Come right back over here, over that point. Click again. No. Click, drag. Come right back up over here. See how it, I don't know if it shows up on this or not, but you'll get like a little tiny arrow key, a little upside down V next to your pen tool. And that means you want to click right there. And then you can click over here again and click and let go. And then click again and drag. And then click and drag. Come down here, get that little V again, click. Drag over, click and drag. Oh, no. Just click. And then click again and drag. And then click again and drag. There we go. That one's a little tricky. Remember, if you get stuck on any of these, holler at me and we'll work on them together. Okay? Did that one. Now we gotta do this one. Oh, this one. This one can be really tricky. Alright. Pen tool. We're gonna click here and press here. Drag here to release. Click here and drag till it's lined up, which is right about here, and release. And then click over here and drag all the way out. Oh, we gotta hold on. We gotta click here and drag, and then we gotta click here again, and then come over here. That still didn't work. Okay, we gotta click again, and then drag all the way out to number 6. There we go. Okay. Now scroll back up. Come on. Scroll back. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Stop, stop. Being crazy. There we go. Okay. Let me talk to you again about that one, what it was doing. Okay. We were changing the length of either both anchor points. So let's zoom out just slightly, and then we're going to. All right. So we're going to click and drag, and then we're going to come over here and we're going to click and drag to the 4, and we'll let go. Then we're going to come right back up over this, and we're going to click and drag again and drag all the way down to the 6. So that keeps this handle the same length, what we just had it, but allows us to drag out the other handle for extra length to create a more sharp curve here. Okay, so one handle stays, one handle changes, and that's why we clicked again on that one and drag it all the way back out. Okay, I have to redo it all now here. Pen tool. Click and drag. Click and drag. again, drag all the way out to here, click and drag. Come back here, click this again, click and, no, oh come on. Hold down the Alt key and click that one. There we go. Drag to here. Click here and drag all the way out to here. Click on the anchor point again and drag to here. And then click over here. Whoa. Hold down the Alt Option key. That one didn't work quite very well. Oh, let me try this again. Click and drag all the way out to here. Click and drag to here. Hold down the Alt key and really just click. There we go. That works. Again, these can be kind of tricky. Okay, save this. Set it as pentool1. Save as pentool1. Export it as a PNG. We're figuring out the PNG works better than JPEG. So export as PNG. And then turn in both the AI file and the PNG file. All right.